Yeah, well, we're really excited about this opportunity that we have to go and play in the Sweet 16. And I told our team I'm just very grateful that I continue to coach them this year. They're so much fun, and I think they have earned the opportunity to keep playing basketball, and that's what they want right now. And we're going over there a little bit of an underdog, probably have a chip on our shoulder, feel like we have something to prove. I think this team has really handled that position well when we've been in that position this year. So, yeah, we're going to have a lot of confidence going over there, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Take our first question from Carter.
Hey, Coach, I don't know if you saw the photo that SEC Network posted of Pat Summitt hugging you back in the day and then you hugging Sarah Puckett. I just wanted to get your thoughts on if you saw it and what your reaction was.
Yeah, I did see it, and the first thing that I thought of was went back to my memories of that moment that we had just won our third national championship and in Kansas City, and it's really cool to have that moment documented with so many pictures and to be able to remember back. And for me now to have maybe a similar moment with Sarah or with any of our team, it's special. I've thought about the shot that she made and how many players for their career dream about that opportunity and dream about being able to do that. And as a freshman, she's already checked that one off the box. So pretty special moment for her and for our team.
Bart Brooks had some high praise for you after last game, talking about most people don't understand how difficult it is to adjust game plans and how you play to injuries like you have late in the season. For you, looking back, how difficult was that? For you as a coach, you did all year, but especially in February.
Yeah, making the adjustments when you lose significant contributors, it's difficult because typically you don't have one person stepping in and making up all of that production. So now you've got to piece it together. You've got to now find your new strengths, find some areas that maybe you can adjust to be better, and it takes some time. It does take some time, and our players did an excellent job hanging in there with us during that time as we were trying to kind of work through what that was going to look like, and they've stepped up. They've stepped their game up, and I don't think they. I've said this all year. They didn't flinch. They just kept doing what we asked them to do, and believing that it was going to pay off.
Coach, when you go through a game like you guys just did with such an emotional ending, such a thrilling ending, a lot of times teams can, ride an emotional high. Sometimes it can be a distraction. Do you feel like with, just having about a week off before, you play your next game, it really helps with kind of tempering things down and getting refocused?
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, both games were probably pretty emotional, and, you can pick up a stat sheet and look at minutes, and you can see maybe where there was a physical toll taken, but sometimes you can't quantify what that emotional toll can take out of players. So we actually had a couple days off from practice this week, and the first day I wanted them to be together, so we brought them in and did some stuff together because I thought that was important. We just came off this big emotional win. I wanted them to spend time together and enjoy that still together, but starting the process of moving on. And this team's been pretty locked in all year, and I wouldn't expect anything different from them going forward as we're getting ready to play Louisville.
You've talked about, your honesty with the players, and they've talked about how, you lay things out so clearly for them. So kind of going back to that, when you have to piece things together, do you feel like that kind of trust in them seeing your vision paid off in those moments in February?
Yeah, I think so. I think we try to lay out a plan that they can understand, that they feel confident going out and executing. And, that might have been, hey, we need this person to shoot 2 more times. We need this person to get 2 more rebounds, and keep it pretty simple. because it didn't have to, no one had to overhaul their game, but everyone had to find a little way to get better. And then as a staff, we had to tweak some things. We had to, maybe prioritize a few different actions offensively. We had to get back to the basics defensively because that's where we're going to find our strength. And again, they've handled everything we've thrown at them. And obviously you've got to start working through and have the experience with the personnel that's out there, and that they had the opportunity to do that. Coming out of these first two NCAA tournament games, our toughness, our resilience, you could see it. And their attitude and their mindset was exactly where you wanted it to be. I was so proud of them.
Hi, Coach. What did these last few days or really last few hours look like before this game?
So when you're in the Sweet 16, there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of other things that you have to work through. We'll travel today. We'll have practice. We'll have a team meal tonight. They'll actually do some study hall. Make sure that we keep them on track academically as well. They'll be doing a lot of treatment and recovery at the same time. And then tomorrow we'll spend a lot of time media, film, on the court, rehab, treatment. So tomorrow we'll be pretty focused on the task at hand. With the game being an earlier game on Saturday, we won't have all day on Saturday to do things. We'll do. I'm not sure if we'll do a shoot around or just a walkthrough Saturday morning, but it'll be nice time together tonight when we get there. To spend that time together, and then Friday's all business.
Coach, what kind of statement do you feel like this team can make with everything you've been through, and if you were to beat a 1 seed in Louisville with a lot of people looking at you as an underdog?
I think I don't know if I'd be able to contain myself if we win on Saturday, and I have a lot of confidence in this team. But I'm so happy for them. I think they've already made a big statement. I really do. But they want so much more. And nothing would make me happier than to see them get that.
2 quick questions. Do we have any updates on Jordan's status? How likely is she to return? And I also, second, I heard that, I know she wants to be a coach one day, and I heard she quite often offers her 2 cents on the bench, and some advice might have been taken over the weekend. Do you remember what that was, and what's it like to have her on the bench with your relationship you have with her?
Yeah, right now her status isn't looking good for the weekend. She's doing great. Her rehab is coming along, but the calendar's not in our favor for this rehab right now. She has expressed interest in being a coach. I think she would be a good one. I think she sees the game well. She's very competitive, very driven. She does like to talk through things. She'll come to practice and what do you see right here? She asks that a lot. She wants feedback in those situations, and so sometimes it's not. It's really a conversation that she's looking for, and that can be in practice. Usually don't have a whole lot of time for that in the game, but we have many conversations through the game. And I know one thing that she does right now, she's pretty vocal when she's on the bench, and I think it's been really positive. It's not just genuine. I mean, it's genuine positive comments and encouragement to her team, and I think they feed off of that. Thank you guys for coming in.